I don't think this is a bad thing to say. I have a board going. Like we have a bet. Well, I'm taking bets on the number of episodes and the last day of recording for the English dub.
All right.
And it's $25 for each pool.
Well,
to get in.
What's the latest date you've got so far?
Oh gosh, I don't remember all of it.
Because I say at least 10 years.
No.
No, really?
No.
Because it takes us forever to get those contracts.
He already said he was.
Well, he said he knows he's more than halfway. He's on the final fourth.
Saga.
He said that 7 years ago.
Right. That's what I'm saying. It's at least 10 years.
No, he said 2 years ago. He said he was 5 years away from the end.
Hey, oh, really?
And he just said I need to take a month off because we're entering the final saga. Now, a saga can have many arcs within it.
How far are we behind? How many years?
Oh, how far are we behind? We're all
estimating.
Wait, what's out?
We're not allowed to say.
Oh yeah, we're not
But we
not
can
allowed
guess
to say.
around how many
We're
years.
in the 800s.
We're in the 800s.
We're about
so
5 years behind, right?
No.
Do you think it would take
It
5 years?
depends on
And they haven't animated everything he's drawn yet.
It depends on who you talk to. My bet is on 1,250 episodes. That's where I've got my flag.
Pretty good.
And I bet for I think I said for the final English recording, it was going to be
2032.
June 30th in 2025.
No, I'm saying 2032.
Oh, look. They're like, no.
Right?
I am loving this drama right now. Yes.
How many
we're-
questions did we have?
Colleen?
One?
Wait, it wasn't.
Colleen, can I get a
2025.
piece of this action?
Yeah.
Yes.
What,
All right, we'll talk
what do you
later.
think?
We will all be
Okay.
texting
It was
Colleen our.
2023.
Well, I got to
I
see
don't
what's
remember.
left on the board.
How
It
much
hasn't
is
been
the
taken yet.
pull? It's $25. Okay.
But you have to be working at Funimation in order
I'm
to be
saying
in the pool.
I'm $25 on 2032.
it's
Does it
very
have to be the month too?
Yeah, you have
and
to
day?
month and date.
And it's closest to the
It's
actual retail
closest
price
to, it
without
doesn't
going
matter if you
over?
go over? No, it doesn't matter if you go over.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you go over to who's closest.
That annoys me.
Well,
So-
my birthday, June 28, 2032.
2032.
But
Yeah. Well,
But we
let
have to
him lose
admit-
his money.
You don't think it's going to go 10 more years?
No.
I really,
I
really
do.
hope you're right.
it's going to be the most bittersweet jackpot anybody's gotten.
You're
Yeah.
right. Because I want him to win.
Gonna
I
be-
do too.
Oh, yes. It's going to be something
Yeah.
that you
That's
should
worth
know
25
about
bucks
the
just
beginning,
to
though.
put that hope in there.
Do you remember the beginning where, because we were picking up where 4Kids left off on their production schedule, we were starting in the 100s somewhere, and there were, I'm almost certain, 3 different studios trying to catch up, but we were new to the world. So we would just be like, how do you say that island? I don't know.
Uh-huh.
How are you guys saying the island? Okay, we'll go with that. Okay. And that is how we were dubbing those episodes. Just trying to figure it out.
And there were things like established, like
Just ask
Zolo
Mike.
and Zorro. And one of the lines I just improvised said, Zolo, Zorro, whatever your name is. It was a good transition.
That's so
We
good.
have hijacked your panel.
Sorry.
So
Okay.
sorry.
No, this is your panel. I'm just the.
It is now.
I'm just the waiter. You know that. You're the chefs.
It's
they're
just
the
to make sure we don't get out of line.
No. We're all
We
good,
haven't
we're
seen
all
each
good.
other in a while.
Yeah. It's been a few years since I've seen
Funny move.
these two. I saw him
Yeah.
in November, I think, of last year. Yeah.
That's funny move.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
moved
he
to
did.
Connecticut.
He abandoned me.
I might have to move back, though. We're doing all the in-house recordings now.
Yeah.
Oh, man, everybody. That was the funny thing when we did the virtual stuff, seeing everybody's homemade studios.
Yeah.
And some went very luxurious, some went very decorative, and then some people went very utilitarian. And
Yeah.
it was very telling.
And me and Lucy with our closets.
That's exactly right,
Yeah.
sister.
I
Yes.
record and I scream into my clothes every day.
That's right.
Mine is a little space under the stairs, just like Harry Potter. Yeah.
The studio under the stairs.
Yeah.
Boy who lived. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm in a closet and I have old first gen Dragon Ball foam when you guys threw out the first booth.
That is disgusting.
And that's what you all
Smart.
said.
Smart.
Like,
That is so gross.
that's exactly
It was
all the vets
gross
were like,
then.
huh? Really? No. And I'm like, but it deadens the sound and it's Dragon Ball history. And
Oh.
Dude, that's when we were allowed to
Yeah.
smoke in the booth. Man, I can't believe you kept that.
All of the hippies who recorded barefoot in that.
Oh, it's true.
All the naps that were taken on the floor.
Yeah.
All the other things that were done on the floor.
Yeah.
Whoa, what?
I didn't get the floor. I
You
just took
didn't?
just some
Ooh,
of the
dish,
side
darling,
panels.
dish.
Oh, y'all.
Yeah, just the
I
egg
did-
crate. Anyway, so One Piece.
So that was the booth we used as a
Best
bathroom.
panel ever.
Sonny, so if you're under the stairs, do you have to like tell everybody in the dwelling that, okay, I'm recording, so if you go up the stairs, be real light-footed.
Well, I am now in an apartment, right? And I haven't been in an apartment in years. So I just like, I don't say anything, and I just hope my neighbors thinks I'm killing someone. Especially with Usopp. He screams everything he says.
I like to think that your neighbors are secret fans and like they're hearing you do it and then they're not telling you so that hopefully you'll do something that they're not supposed to know and then they have like the inside knowledge.
I like to think that they're fans and they think I'm psychotic. And then I talk in Usopp's voice all the time.
This guy thinks he's Usopp.
They got the glass against the wall, you know.
He's at it again. This guy is nuts.
They're on episode
He doesn't
800.
even sound like him.
Bragging on like, well, I know what happens in the yet to be episode. Again, humor is such a fantastic part of this show. Was there everything a scene or a moment in this that either in the booth or maybe just when you picked it up and watched it that just gave you the giggles that would not quit?
All the time.
Yes.
I literally said to a director the other day, I go, I haven't gone back and watched my stuff in One Piece yet, but with how much I giggle at just what Brook says in general, I know that I'm going to crack. Because anytime I see like old references, I'm like, it's stupid.
Yeah. But like the thing that moved me the most was the moments that it wasn't funny. Oh, yeah. And I assumed that Usopp was just going to be, the clown of the show, and he even kind of looks like a clown. And then, that episode where he gets his money stolen and he's all humiliated and angry and crying at the same time. When I was recording that, I was actually crying tears. And I went, wow, I've never had a character move me like that before. And it's just this goofy, weird-looking thing. And it suddenly became one of my favorite characters.
And that's always the testament to the best shows that can organically transition between those. Yeah, there's a baseline of humor, but when they can go into the drama and the pathos and the emotion, and again, fantastic writing.
Humor with heart is amazing when you can actually make that work.
And that is rarer than we realize. And again, so many people in the chain going back to the manga, to this, and then finally to you guys. I thank you all for being a part of One Piece. I thank you for your talents. I thank you for professionalism. And I thank you for the performances you brought to these roles.
Well, thank you guys for the support.
Thanks. Y'all are very sweet.
We love it.
Yeah.
It's a great job.
I laugh the most with Mike McFarland. Although I'm loving working with Anthony Bowling, who's like revitalized my love for this character, I feel like. But Mike and I just get the giggles all the time over the gags. Like any of the gags that have persisted for lots of arcs. Yes, those are my favorite. Anytime something's a mystery, anytime it's like, okay, so everybody understands the plan, and then Luffy's like, okay, I'm gonna go. Those are I just love him so much.
It's so funny. Mike and I were talking about the other day that, there's Robin who encounters all of the things with these characters that Nami does, right? And Robin is just like, yeah, okay. I mean, all right, whatever. Right? I'm just doing
We all hate Robin's voice.
But Nami gets so turned by everybody all the time. And it's hilarious. It's hilarious to me.
When I started with Usopp, Mike, we were doing the scene, and I said, does this character just scream everything he says? And he goes, no, it's just high stakes, going on here. I'm sure it levels out, And I went, oh, okay, good. 20 years later.
Oh my gosh. You had to quit My Hero Academia because
He
because
did.
of
Well,
Usopp.
because of Usopp abuses my voice a lot, but if I rest after doing it for a day and don't speak to anyone, which is easy for me to do, then I'm okay the next day. But I was doing President Mike, and his voice is just like this most of the time. Hey, what's up? All right, that's easy to do. But in season 2, he started screaming everything he said.
Still
And
does.
something about pitching that voice and screaming just tore my throat up, especially considering the abuse it already had with years of Usopp. and I got laryngitis. It turned into pneumonia.
Yeah.
And then when I came back, I was directing, and I said, Colleen, can I just direct myself? Maybe I could pace it out. And she goes, yeah, whatever. And then 2 lines into it, I went, I can't do this. It's already hurting again.
That's a hard decision to make.
It was the worst decision to make.
Yeah.
A show like that, and it would already had gotten a high Q rating, and I was
Right.
like, I can't believe I have to give up this role, but I had to.
But we found another place for you, and it's fine.
Yeah. Trosco's doing great.
Yes.
And
Tosca
you
does
had,
a great
and
job.
you had the professional foresight to do that. I mean, how many times you see people have extended themselves too much? I call that,
That
when they
went
get
beyond professionalism. That went into survival mode.
yeah.
It's like, if I'm going to be able to do this as a career for 10 more years, I can't do this character.
Yeah.
I worry about that every single time I have a session. Like, I want to finish it. I want to be there until the end. And I'm just petrified that one of these days it's going to be too much. I'm going to go too far. That just 1 hour too much.
Especially with Luffy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you warm up? Do you warm up?
I don't. I'm terrible. I don't even drink water. I'm the worst.
I am so amazed.
You're going to
by
be
you.
like a year from the end, and so you're going to go, oh, fine. And you're going to find out like a warm up and a thing about like warm tea, and you're just going to be like, this is easy.
Yeah, sure. Luffy.
No.
Luffy would
Your
be
vocal
easy if you
cords-
just drank that honey lemon tea. There is no. That's the thing. There's
No,
there's
there's
thing
not.
that fixes it for Luffy.
No.
So it's just like whatever. It's fine.
But if I don't warm up ahead of time, I won't last an hour. Your vocal cords should be put in gold, dipped in gold
Yeah.
when you die and on display. That's amazing that you don't have to warm up to do that.
I like my warm up is la 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 right before the session.
That's how I find the voice.
Yeah. La la la. Yeah.
What's your intro, or how do you get back into voice, or do you, or is it just it's Nami?
Luffy.
Yep.
Okay,
There she is.
Yeah,
How do you get into it?
it's not that different from my
Just a
own, you know.
You laugh.
I just do the laugh. I go into the corner and I'm like, yo, okay.
Yeah,
We all have our little touchstones.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's different for everybody.
Uh-huh.
It's different. Yeah.
For me, I have to start with Krillin, and
Oh.
he's here,
Uh-huh.
and then I add a hitch to his voice, and it's right there.
Yes.
That's all we want.
That's all we. That's right. Thank you.
That's very nice. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Krillin gets some love.
Oh my goodness. For all of you, what's been the favorite memory?
This
come
right
from
here.
This right here.
You people being on the stage here, seeing these people that I haven't seen in years. And that's not just trying to get applause.
I mean, that's not far from the truth. Really,
It's true, yeah.
honestly, for me, it's this era of One Piece. You know how, I don't know how long you guys have been fans, but if you've been fans for a really long time, then you probably felt the same thing we did about 4 years ago. And suddenly things started going like, whoa, everybody's into it. And when we get together and we talk about it, it's heightened. And we're always like, oh, that thing's going to be so cool. Oh, did you see the manga? That thing's going to be so cool.
We were just talking about it backstage
That
before we came on here.
That feeling, that magnetic, like so excited feeling that's going on right now. And I have to say, it is completely aided by the fact that Anthony Bowling, who's directing it right now, is a mega fan, and he's been, and so is the engineer
Marcus
that is working with
And
him.
Marcus, when he does it.
Yes. And Manny and Jose, they're all such fans. So they're reading the manga, and Anthony's spoiling me on everything. And I know so much. And he'll like tear up thinking about what's going to happen. And just, I love that feeling. I love it so much.
It is a wonderful time to be working on it. And there's so much exciting things. I'm excited for the Red movie. That looks awesome.
I think they are too.
Yes, it looks awesome. I'm excited for the live action. I know we all have feelings about live action adaptations, but I follow a lot of those people on Twitter, and it has been really fun to see them really into it. I love that Oda's been a part of it. It just looks really fun. I'm excited to see how they navigate the world of One Piece, because it's such a specific, weird world with a
How are they
lot
going
of...
to do the stretching?
How? I don't know.
They haven't shown that at all yet.
Nope, not at all.
Did you see the sets though?
Yes.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing. The boats that they built and everything. It's
Like
crazy.
they're investing.
I want that so bad. I want to
It's,
see that stuff so bad.
It's funny about the stretching bit because I am thoroughly convinced they altered Ms. Marvel's powers in the series.
They did.
Because of
Mr. Fantastic.
too much like Luffy. I think they were just
Because it was too much like. You think so?
I think so. I think they knew that.
Oh,
it was
that's
which is a
interesting.
testament to the popularity of the
I think
show.
it's hard to do convincingly in CGI. Even like in the
That's what I
Fantastic
think.
Four movies, they limit how much you see Reed Richards stretch. So it'd be interesting to see what they
It'll
do.
be super interesting. I will say, on a personal note, my everything shifted for me a little bit with One Piece because we went out of order. I did not know a lot of things so when we finally went back and we went through the whole Arlong arc, and I got to live through that and go, oh, they're family. I didn't know that. I didn't know that until then, that I'm sort of a very mercenary type, out for myself person until these people stand in the gap with me. And that's why I will yell at Luffy until the day we both perish. But I will also go to the mat for him every day of the week. And we're going to be family forever,
Do you guys remember when we had the first major break in recording? This was years ago, and it lasted for a couple of years.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
then as soon as we found out we're coming back, everybody's texting each other, going, "We're going back on the boat."
Yes, we were.
Lucy was the first person I texted. Did you hear?
I think Sabat texted me first. I was like, "What? We're going back on the boat, dude."
On the boat.
I felt like you were preparing something.
I am a massive comic nerd, and I'm kind of an MCU fan, and I could go on about it's Miss Marvel thing has to do with Inhumans licensing and the fact that they're not doing that right now because her story is really deeply tied with Inhumans.
I've heard that too, but
they've been working on the technology for making stretching look good, and you can see a bit of that with John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic in Multiverse of Madness. So they're getting better at it. It does look a little bit better, but like you said, it's not great, but it'll be there.
And it was very limited. There was just a few effects in Multiverse.
And him being all well, I don't want to ruin it in case someone hasn't seen it. I can't. I hate spoilers, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just
already did.
hoping.
I'm a big Fantastic Four fan, and they did my boy dirty.
I mean, we'll talk about this backstage.
Right.
Be worried.
Yeah, but he's still the smartest guy, yet he said what he said. Oh my God. Anyway.
One
As
Piece,
for the live
right.
action,
Pirates.
yeah, I'm just hoping that they realize they don't need an actor for Brook. They just need a voice and maybe mocap. I'm just saying, because they're going to need just a voice for Chopper, so as long as they get Prina, then maybe they'll give
You
me.
need to find a place where they're auditioning.
I had somebody go, oh no, it's either going to be Chris Pratt or Taika Waititi, which I was like,
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Yes,
I love
please.
you very much.
No,
but yes,
I would
please.
be like,
Yeah.
okay, can I hang out with you and give
Yeah.
you tips?
Do you want to know anything about the character? Because we could talk
I can
about
tell
the
you
character.
everything. Oh, now he's going to be from New Zealand? Okay. You don't do other accents. Okay. You're still really good. Anyway.
My husband saw a shot of Taika Waititi
In
wearing,
the shirt.
wearing a one-piece shirt, a Luffy shirt,
yeah.
no less. And he was like, "You're my way in." I got that text. He was upstairs, and I was like, "Ah!" That's how I'm gonna meet him.
This is one I think I've asked you before in other events, but I'll throw it out for this audience since it's a boilerplate question. If you had the opportunity to do any other One Piece character, which one would you think you would choose? Either for whatever criteria.
I thought I was auditioning for Robin and Nami when I first auditioned. I had no idea I was auditioning for Luffy until I got there and he told me to, and I freaked out.
I think you'd be a good Robin because you have that sultry voice.
That would be the easiest.
Yeah.
God, she'd be so easy.
I wouldn't want another character. I love Usopp so much. I don't know what other characters I'd play, though.
You do
Foxy?
good, Brooke.
I would probably do a good Brook.
You
would
would?
be a good Usopp, too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm flattered.
You could just switch and then we'll switch.
When we did Rage of the Bahamut, there was a show, and I directed, and the character was very Lupin the Third-ish, right? And we had auditions, and nobody could nail it. And I told Justin, the producer, I said, I think I'm going to have to cast myself because I don't think anybody else can play this. And he goes, what is it like? He's very Lupin the Third, and nobody's got that smarmy but heart of gold kind of thing that I'm looking for. That's me. And he said, have you heard Ian Sinclair do Space Dandy? And I went, I said, no. And he goes, well, let's look it up. And we watched a YouTube clip of it. 2 lines in, I said, is he available? That's perfect. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Smarmy but heart of gold.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey.
It's great working for you. It's one of those things where if Sonny Strait has an idea of how to make it funnier, you go, yeah. Not everybody do I trust that with. I totally
Oh,
trust
dude.
that.
This guy is such an acting nerd. We'll get into theories of acting, and he'll just come out of the booth, and we're like, yeah, but we're just like going back and forth. And all right, let's practice that. Let's go back in and do it again.
I like that. The older I get, the less I have that. The more I'm just like, I don't know, man. I go in there and he just kind of comes out of me. I don't know, dude.
Am I going to have to start directing again to
Oh, I'd
open your
like
heart
that.
up?
Oh, I'd like that. Yeah, I mean, yes. Heart is closed. Please come direct again. What?
I'll be anybody.
You'd be
Yeah.
good
I like
at that.
the world. Well,
You'd
and
be good at any.
You really would.
Yes, that's Lucy.
Honestly, though, Luci Christian.
Seriously,
Yeah,
like
good at anybody.
any time, you will never find a show that I direct that Lucy is not in because she can be anybody.
I'll be anybody. Also, because One Piece has some really fun villains and stuff. It'd be fun.
You'd be a fun carrot.
Villains would be fun
Carrot.
to play.
You'd
Yeah.
be a good carrot.
Villains are great.
Like Buggy
Oh,
or something.
Carrot.
Yeah.
Buggy
Carrot.
would be-
So the other day I said something. This is such a dumb story. It's just whatever. But we're working, and there was something like blah 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 carrot, and I went. You know what that makes me think of? My kid. One last Christmas or something. I think she's quoting Nailed It. That show Nailed It. But she goes, "It's a Christmas carol." And I was like, shut up. And so then the rest of the session, we kept going, it's a Christmas carrot. Anyway, I don't know why. Carrot should be a straw hat. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
At this juncture, at this point, I feel like she's
No.
earning it.
I'm down with it.
Nobody tell her anything from the manga.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Yeah, I don't want to know.
I'm so far behind in the manga. I stopped where they met Brook, basically. So
So did I, and it was interesting. Lucy said something a minute ago that I like. I don't want to just take over this panel and be like, okay, guys, real quick about One Piece. When you say just kind of living it, that's one of the coolest things I've felt about being in this show is that at this point, because I stopped looking at what was ahead, I just do feel like I'm living the arcs as they happen, and so I don't know what's. Do you feel that? It's weird. Like you feel like you're living or experiencing
it's like
that.
part of your life is put on hold till you come back into the booth, and then
Yeah.
you're living that again.
Yeah. So like when people ask me like, what's it like doing One Piece? I was like, I just finished Whole Cake. So like I finished living that emotion through it, and kind of my journey with that character, how I feel about him changed as his life changed. And so it feels like, I don't know, like you get to, more than any other part, it's just like, oh yeah. And then you remember when we went to that weird one with the mermaids, and oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
I
And
get
this is pretty
viscerally,
unique.
I
Rob,
get
sorry,
like
go ahead.
viscerally angry at whoever I'm yelling at.
I buy that.
So like, and not the character, the actor.
Oh!
That is so funny.
So like, I went through a period of being very mad at Michael Tatum. And then I went through a period of being very mad at, and I won't say who I've been mad at recently, but there was a period recently where I was very mad at Eric Vale. And I was like, I was texting him going, oh, I'm tired of you.
Look, right here. I was watching all of that, being like, like, it is something if you're not there.
That the yelling at Sanji.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Ah.
Like, I've done hard. Luffy has been hard forever, and Luffy goes through big fights, but nothing hurts more than that sustained screaming at somebody in the same pitch for a long period of time. That hurt. That was the first time that I was like, I don't know if I'm going to hold out the whole time.
And it's not just the screaming, because it's the screaming plus all of the emotion behind that, because he's like about to cry, and it's,
Yeah, that was hard.
I would say you're nuts, but I was playing an arcade game, and Chris Sabat was one of the voices telling you to reload and do this over and over again. And at one point, I was so I said, "Shut up, Chris! I got it."
and there you go.
Yeah.
And there it is.
Indeed. Okay. One final question. Again, a boilerplate question. So let's just get this over with because we know somebody's going to ask this real quick.
No.
15.
7,
Laura Bailey.
but only on Sunday.
Okay.
Oh, Laura Bailey, yeah, that's
No,
a good
we're
answer.
gonna go with
Let's
Laura.
go with that
Answer.
with Laura
We're gonna
Bailey.
go with
Okay, all
Laura.
right.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Real quick, go ahead and throw out your advice to anyone who wishes to pursue a career in voice acting.
Bailey.
You may stand on don't be a voice actor, be an actor.
Oh, that is
that used to be the advice, but it's such an industry now. You could just say, I'm going to be a voice actor and do that. But definitely, get a real degree just in case. Something.
And the part about being an actor, that is what the being a voice actor sits on. Yeah. Like it all
Still
sits on
study.
that.
Yeah.
So
Take classes. Like, figure out how to act.
Yeah.
If
Take
you're-
my class.
Sunny
About to
teaches
say, yeah, you do
classes.
all
Sunny
that.
teaches.
Yeah.
Yeah, people.
SunnyStraitStudios.com. I don't focus so much though on dubbing because I think I teach that on the last day, and by the second character, everyone has it. That is such an easy thing to master. The hard thing is acting. So I focus like 12 hours of acting.
Yeah.
Don't get a theater degree. Take acting classes and get a marketing degree. You'll do better.
Yes.
Because you have to handle all your own business.
Oh my God.
For sure.
And
And
it
just not
Yeah.
what we expected. As somebody
No.
like we went to school, you learned how to be an actor, and then weirdly you learned how to do costuming or stagecraft or whatever. But nobody taught you hey, you're gonna have to tweet. You're gonna have to
Yes.
put out messages that you're gonna be places.
Yeah.
I don't give a
You're
crap
the
if it gives
biggest
you
promoter.
anxiety. Yeah.
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 You have
There's
to
a
know
whole-
when to push and when you're pushing too much.
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, friends, thank you for indulging my capricious curiosity. I would love to invite our audience to come on up. And again, go onto the microphone, get one question at a time. If you have a second question, you have to go back to the end of the line, try again. And also, too, please no requests for line readings or saying happy birthday in this character voice. They all have to go back to work on Monday, so I don't want to make them do anything that they can't allow to do. So, go ahead. Hey, what's your name?
I'm Fish, dressed as Soga King.
Yes, you are.
Yes,
Yes.
you are.
That's one of my students.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
As this is just a nice little plug for Sonny. His class is amazing. Definitely take it.
I'll give you that 50 later.
No, you give him class credits.
Oh yeah,
Taking
extra
my
credit.
advanced class too.
Yeah,
and
extra
he's getting
credit.
work, people.
Yes, I actually am.
Thank you.
If you could have devil fruit beside your own, what would it be? Even though two of you already have a devil fruit.
It would be Robin's because I'm a mom.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, that's.
All the hands.
I hate to say it, but that one.
But that's creepy.
But handy. That's right.
I think Luffy's powers would be cool to have. I mean, being able to stretch but I had to wear a Fantastic Four costume when I did it.
Just avoid water.
And I would make myself look thinner. I'd just be taller.
I like fire, so I'm gonna go with Ace.
That's a nice.
It's always a cool power to have, fire powers.
Super
Why is
cool.
it all the firepower guys are cool?
Yeah, always.
Even
Fire
Johnny
is
Storm.
aggression and passion. That's
it.
how they write them.
That's it. Passion.
Yeah.
Whereas stretching is more of the water
Liquid,
element.
yeah.
And so
The
That's
stretching guys are cool too.
it's cool, but it's cool in like a what do you call it? Transcendental way.
Kind of goofy way.
And Luffy is goofy with it, yeah. It's kind of hard not
Yes.
to be goofy though when you've got stretch powers.
Yep.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I like it.
It's hard to be a rigid person when you're that fluid.
Ah.
It's just.
All of
You gotta be flexible.
Yes.
Not even a dad.
Awesome.
Yes, my
Great.
friend.
Yeah, it's a
Actually-
joke, but you stretch for it.
Oh!
Let the man ask his
Yeah,
question.
I know.
All right, great question. Thank you for starting us off. Looking forward to hosting you on this stage someday.
Yes.
And we'll go over this one over here. Hi, what's your
Okay.
name?
Hi, I have a question for all of you, all four of you. If you were locked in a hotel room with your character counterpart, how long do you think that you would last?
Wow.
I think we would do okay. I think we would do fine.
Yeah.
Luffy and I mean, Nami and I would do fine.
But how long?
How
long
long?
could you do it?
What will you use
Well,
in your daily
I
life?
don't know. I mean, as long as she has enough money and there's enough room service, I think we would hole up there for a good long time.
I think
Especially if she would be like, let's stay in here so I don't have to go deal with my
I have
Idiot
nothing on me.
crew for a
I don't have
while.
a pen in my pocket.
I think I would dig hanging out with Usopp. I think he's cool, but I would at one point have to say, dude, stop yelling. I'm right here. Yeah. And he go, oh, okay, I'll bring it down. I don't think he can. I don't think he can bring it down. So about an hour.
I love Brook and would say that I could spend as much time, like, I mean, I would have no trouble. I say that, but, like, there's also the possibility that he would then, like, spill coffee on me or something. I'm sorry. Like, I'd say a long time. I love that dude. He's so freaking sweet. He's a good guy. Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Oh, yeah, we can play music all night. Yeah, we're fine. I only got to get room service for one. It's fine.
I think I would bore Luffy to tears. We would eat together. So as long as the meal lasted, we would last because we both enjoy a good banquet.
You're not eating much.
But I think that immediately after that, he would get real tired of me and go look for somebody more fun.
Are you just gonna sit there and read that book?
Yes, I am.
Tell me more about the theories of acting.
Is there treasure in it? No, it's just a book.
I'm gonna go find somebody.
Sword play? Is there any sword play? No.
I'd like to invite you to Library Island.
The most
I'll be
boring
really
island
quiet.
in One Piece.
Great question. Thank you. Hey,
Hi.
what's up, Rick?
This is just for the whole cast. If you have cat powers or weapons, what will you use them in your daily life?
If we had powers or weapons like us?
From your characters, yes.
Oh, from our
my
characters.
characters.
Oh.
What would we use them for in our daily life?
Yes.
I can't say because I'm a sniper, so. But things would be taken care of. Just no.
I learned how to do slingshot over quarantine. I have looked for an Usopp slingshot to legitimate. Like, if you ever see one, like
There's a dude online who built the big one on this, and it works really well, like a gun.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Don't give it to him.
Oh,
No,
That
no,
one
no, no,
doesn't-
no, no.
Oh, looky there. Oh,
Listen, this is
That's
a terrible
really
idea.
cool.
that's amazing.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
really good
That's
job.
it.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, okay. If we had powers or our characters' powers or weapons, would we use them, and how?
I would 100% use it to eat as much as I wanted. Yeah.
100.
That is the only answer to that.
100%.
Yes. I would be skinny and I would still be eating everything.
Yes. I feel like I would definitely use the weather to my advantage. Yes. I mean,
I don't want to go to
Your
that event.
flight's canceled. Oh.
I know. I am busy. Whew. Yes. Yes.
I think I'd troll people. He's dead, and then just like, oh. Yeah, pretty much. Because I don't know if Skin on Brook could heal. He doesn't. Skin on Brook wouldn't have healing powers, or he would have gotten his skin back. So it's not like I could be like, oh, die or something like that and be okay with it. I mean, I guess he would come back all just nope, I would troll people with the spirit thing and I'm done. That's it.
There you have it. Great question. Thank you.
Question.
And hi, what's your name?
My name's Adrian.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So I didn't see your list. Go ahead.
My
Hi,
name.
Adrian.
Yeah. My question is, what has been your favorite moment to voice act in any arc?
Oh.
That's a big question.
Well, for me, it was definitely what I mentioned earlier when I was crying and everything. And my second one was when I got to fight Luffy. That was my favorite. That was so
That's
heart-wrenching and
heartbreaking.
awesome. I love playing heart-wrenching scenes, though.
Yeah. Definitely most memorable was Arlong and Nami trying to cut the thing off her arm. Definitely most memorable. But one of my favorite moments was, what movie was that? At the end with Vivi, when we're all standing. That?
Yeah,
I
Alabasta.
teared up. I
Me
thought that was
too.
such a great moment.
There's a lot of teary moments in that show.
I wasn't there for that. Just kidding. The fight with Big Mom, that was dope. Yeah, he took on Big Mom.
Yeah, I did.
And then they're like, he's like, oh, I've got the, it's Poneglyph.
Yeah.
Hi, Pedro.
Oh,
I
Pedro.
missed you guys. I was off doing other things. So you guys were all doing your thing.
Yep.
And I
And you
was
were
I didn't get to see
I love
any
that
of
about being in One Piece. There's so many times people will come up and they'll be like, oh, there was that moment that Zoro and Luffy had that. And I'm like, I was on a boat.
Yeah.
Somewhere else.
I have no idea what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right, because, yeah, y'all are off doing.
There was a bit where it was just Luffy like yelling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I loved playing oars. Like in Thriller Bark when Luffy turns into
Yeah.
oars with the horns I would do that for a long time. I was very sad the day I came in and that was over.
Thank
It
you.
was also fun when they switched bodies.
Yes.
Remember that?
Yeah,
That was
great.
super fun.
That's great.
And whenever was it Sanji in my body? And
Yeah.
he kept grabbing
Yeah,
his chest,
course
and I
he
was
did.
like, you know. Again, the gags that are like,
Yeah.
you know.
I also liked singing that Sniper King song. That was cool.
That was one of my favorite moments.
That was
Yeah.
great.
We were so far behind. I knew about it like 5 years before I got to do it. I'm like, when do I get to sing the Soga King song? And then when I got there, it was like, oh, we're gonna say Sniper King. I'm like, but everybody knows it's a Soga King song. But I still had fun with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Nice. Adrian, great question. Thank
Good
you.
question.
Thank you.
And over on this side, hi, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Cheyenne.
Hi, Shane.
First of all, I just want to say this is like such a dream come true. I'm like such a huge fan. I'm freaking out.
Hi.
I'm new to One Piece. I'm only on episode 37. I started this summer. I teach, so I'm like, this is my summer project to start One Piece. But yeah, no, like Koro Sensei, I'm gonna cry. But no, I was wondering, since you guys have been around for such a long time and been in so many different shows, do you ever watch something and you're like, oh wait, I was in this?
All the time. And more
Yes.
like people come up to the table and say, can you sign this? This is your character. I'm like, it is? Oh, yeah.
You ever fought him on it?
Yes.
Yeah, where you're like, no, I'm not.
I'm
They're
not
like,
in
no,
that
I'm pretty sure you are. They're like, I would know.
Behind
Oh,
the
I
voice
am.
actor says otherwise.
Yeah, that
Yes.
happens.
It
Yeah.
does happen.
I got kind of mad at somebody for changing my Wikipedia page to include a character on a show, and I was like, I was not in. And so people would like constantly credit me with this, and I was like, I wasn't in that. I was in it.
That's the best.
Would you like to state for the record what it was?
No. They're all memorable, and I love all of my children.
In our defense, like, think about it this way. Do you remember what you did for 15 minutes 3 years ago in your job in May? Like,
Right.
because
It is
it was
sometimes
probably
like that.
something where you were like, all right, I've got, a ton of Luffy today, and like, oh, I need 5 minutes over here. Say what lines? It doesn't matter what's happening? Okay. Blah, 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 blah. All right, see you on the next one. And
Yes.
then,
I wonder how surprising it would be if we could watch a reel of everything we've done, just like 3 lines from every character and go, wow, I don't know that at all.
Yeah. It is real. It is real. Also, we have been around a few days. So there are many, many, many shows.
Not spring chickens.
You're all amazing. Thank you so very
Thank
much.
thank you.
Cheyenne, what do you teach?
Bless you.
Good on you.
Bless.
Good on you. A round of applause for our teachers.
Teachers.
A hard job that gets harder every year for some reason.
Yes, absolutely. So, hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm Darius.
Hey, what you got?
My question is, what was your favorite One Piece movie to act in?
The movies?
Yeah.
Oh, Film Gold, for sure. I love heists.
Yeah.
Strong World, just because that's where I joined.
I love heist movies. Like, I get way into them. So, and I thought the animation on that one was really beautiful too.
Beautiful.
And the music too.
I love
so.
Usopp's outfits in that.
Ah,
It's cool.
So fun.
Yes, they showed me the trailer, and I was like, yes. And I didn't have to. It wasn't as Luffy intensive. Like when I'm fighting Bullet, that hurts. When I'm heisting things, that does not hurt.
Oh, there you
That
have
was
it.
a nice question. Thank
Thank
you.
you, Bear. So awesome.
No problem.
Thank you. And over on this side. You look like you're having a conference. Do you have a tricky question?
Hi, my
Hi.
name is Craig.
Hi,
I've already
Craig.
met 2 of you earlier.
Yes, hey.
Okay, my question is, what is your favorite progression of One Piece, whether it be character development, story development, or animation style?
What a good question. So good.
I don't know.
I'm going to have to say character development. That show is so well written for developing, and everything you do has a consequence that builds on, and it becomes better and better and more believable as a being. Yeah.
I want to think about this.
No.
I'm going to say character development because that's what I think makes the show great. But the increasingly impressive animation is just icing. That's just, you know, like, it's just so cool when we get a new animator and we're like, oh, everything's pretty.
I'm gonna make a confession. When I first read the manga, I was turned off by it for about 4 pages. I was just like, what is this? Is not a manga style that I even like. And then when I got to the 4th page, I'm like, no, it's really endearing, you know. And it's very rough, but it really encapsulates who they are as kind of rough people, you know, just trying their best to get through, and it really reflects the story well.
I'm gonna say story development, because I feel like that is sort of the framework in which all of these things over the years have developed their colors through. But I think the story itself is so strong, and it's so nice. You know, little pieces come in. It's all woven into this big thing. And, you know, every now and then something happens and you go, oh, I remember them. They're from over there. And he's figured out how to bring them back in. And everybody sort of grows together in this world, which I appreciate. I don't know, there's just so many moving parts. But it is really nice to watch the animation sort of catch up. We get to see it the most in the movies, right? Yeah. Like, you really see that the animation development is so obvious from movie to movie. But that's been nice to see One Piece get prettier. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I might have taken it too specific. Your question, I thought you meant like a specific thing that we like developing. So I've got one for story and one for character. Okay. Story-wise, it's been really fun to watch the Straw Hat crew develop. To like see them pick up people and who they decide to keep. And like sometimes they'll meet a character and you'll be like, oh my gosh, they belong on the crew. And it turns out no. And sometimes somebody surprises you. And I like to see how that group evolves over time.
Frankie surprised me the most.
Yes, Frankie surprised me.
Because he's a bad guy, you know?
Yeah. And then the more recent one, I don't want to spoil anything. And then for the character development, watching Luffy find all of his gears. So find that next new power set, and every time it's because somebody inspires him. It's because he sees something, he is pushed to his absolute limit, and he finds that next thing that he can do. Or he sees somebody do something, and he's like, I think I can do that, and then he does it. And I love watching him develop over time, and like getting each new gear gets me, well, first of all, every new gear, I was like, I don't have more. I have no more louder, no more lower. But then it started getting like different. So gear 4 is like that kabuki voice, and then each new thing has something to it that really just it's amazing to watch him grow. Yeah.
I'm just going to say, when it comes to the animation, just wait until you see the music video. That's all.
All right, Greg, thank you.
The new movie actually has, just did the panel on it. They talked about how they're using an outside director on this one, so the visuals are going to be just extra amazing. And it's, you know, being like, it's One Piece as you haven't seen it before, so yeah, this next movie is going to be visually stunning.
One Piece also has the best filler episodes. Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah, it does. Those always feel like an awesome vacation where you come in. What are we doing? Yeah. Oh, we're just gonna do some weird.
Oh, you're gonna be in drag. And,
okay, that's sure.
So we are just about at time. So what I'm gonna do is we'll take this person at the microphone and that young man there. And I'm afraid that will have to be our final questions.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry. Don't worry. They'll be at their tables. You can ask them. So, hi. What's your name?
Hey, my name is Darian.
Darian, what do you have for us?
Yeah, so I've actually written paragraphs on why Enies Lobby is my favorite adventure. So I just wanted to ask you guys, what is your favorite One Piece adventure?
Oh.
Now it's Whole Cake.
Yeah, now it's Whole Cake.
Whole Cake? Okay.
I do love Whole Cake. I've enjoyed Nami coming out. I feel like for a while, I don't know what I felt, but I feel like she gets to be the way she wields the
tempo
spoilers.
Sash.
You know what I mean? She wields the thing, and it's super fun for her, which means it's fun for me. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I like that.
For me, it would be the Water 7. Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
Awesome.
Darian, thank
yes,
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren. And hi, what's your name?
Well, hi there.
My name is Jackson.
Hi, Jackson.
my question is, in your opinion, what is the most useful devil fruit power you could have?
Ooh, teleportation. Anything that will get you from one place to another without air travel or car travel, I would take.
What about the horse fruit?
I agree with that.
That turns you into a Pegasus.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, revive fruit, you kind of get to be immortal.
Oh.
Oh, but this is the saddest thing ever. Someone walked up to my panel and pointed out to me, I will probably bury all of you.
Oh, boo!
Probably
No,
Usopp
I believe that Brook will probably spend the rest of his existence singing the song of the Straw Hats and telling the tales of the crew that he was in. But he's sadly going to be the one who outlives everybody and have to do that. What was the question?
What's the most helpful?
What's the most helpful? I'm still going to say revive to a certain degree. That's real helpful.
I mean, I guess at first my thought went to Robin's because it just seems very efficient.
Clean the house, feed the kids.
I mean, do it all at the same time. Or, I mean, this is a My Hero sort of crossover, but like twice as quirk. Like being able to be in the same place at one time, but there are two of you, that is great. If I could clone myself, it'd be awesome. In a good way. That sounds like it could be taken advantage of in a bad way. In all the good ways.
Is there a devil fruit that's specifically like healing factor kind of stuff? Which one is that? Oh!
Oh, that's
I have done this show for 500 some odd episodes. You're like, hey, remember that thing you did a few years ago? And I'm like, oh.
Dressrosa was a great arc, though.
Yeah, that was a good time. Thank
So
you.
much happened in Dressrosa,
Yeah.
right? That was a long one, right?
It went fast, though.
Yeah. Was that the one where we go to the haunted house?
No, that's Thriller Bark.
Yeah,
Thriller.
That was
Thriller Bark was a lot.
Yeah.
That was super
That
Oh
was
my
great.
God, when Luffy, one of my favorite all-time One Piece,
pushes
when
the
he pushes
zombie
him
back.
down.
That's my favorite moment.
That's my favorite.
That's my
No.
favorite One Piece moment.
No, you belong under the ground.
And it's just like a slow.
Yeah. No.
No.
Back from where you came.
That is so funny.
Oh, I love that moment so much.
Oh, look, it's a
And
old man with serious injuries.
That is so funny.
Jackson, great question. Thank you so
Thank
much
you,
for that.
Jackson.
Panelists,
Thank you.
before we go, real quick, any upcoming projects that you're allowed to share with us?
Well,
A lot of One Piece. Film
more
Red.
One Piece. More
Yeah,
One
One
Piece.
Piece.
6th season of My Hero Academia. is coming.
Yeah. Dragon Ball Z movie, or Dragon Ball Super movie.
We have more. There's a little show called Made in Abyss. There's more of that. Yes.
I have a comic book from Dark Horse that just came out, Elf Quest.
Oh, yes. All of that good stuff. All of that.
Well, friends, once again, thank you so much. Florida ServerCon 2022. This was the cast of One Piece, and that was our time.